I know how it is. I know every single person watching this video right now feels the exact same way. We all think that we are right most of the time. We all think that we see the world the way it really is, and we all think that we know more than everybody else around us in our life. Put your hand up in the air if you can relate, and it's okay if you can. Today I want to talk about why we all experience this phenomenon and the flip side of it, which sounds terrible at first, but actually it's really okay. And really what the title of the video is why your brain is a liar. So if you're interested in finding out more about this, then be sure to keep watching. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen and I am a mindset and a success life coach and a manifestation teacher, and this is my YouTube channel where you can find 2 fresh new videos every week all about the art of up-leveling your life, calling in your desires, and basically becoming your best, most badass self. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So yes, like I said at the top of the video, your brain is a liar, and it is totally okay. Please don't turn this video off. Please don't think I'm putting you down or calling you names or anything like that. Today I'm just going to talk about what our brain does, why it is so biased to think of ourselves so highly, and what we can do to shift that and to come back into more of a realistic approach to the world. So what do I mean by your brain is a liar? Well, your brain is really an amazing tool. Remember, your brain is still more powerful than any computer on the planet. That means we all have this incredible powerhouse of potential up here, which is an amazing thing, but most of us don't really understand how our brain works, and we're not using it to our optimal usage. So what do I mean by your brain is a liar? Well, your brain is an incredible imagination tool, as you probably know, but you probably aren't also aware of just how often your brain fills in the blanks as you go through life, okay? So what is really happening here is that your brain is trying at all times to make sense of the world. That means anytime anything happens outside of you, your brain rushes to create a story about why that thing happened. But this all happens so fast and it happens so automatically that we completely lose sight of the fact that we ourselves are the ones creating the story. And so many times, if you start to notice this as you go through your life, you will be completely shocked and amazed at how often your brain is trying to lie to you. So coming back to the truth and coming back and trying to remember that there's another perspective is actually a powerful tool at both getting perspective yourself on what the reality of any one situation is, which is an important thing sometimes for our own happiness, but it's also a great way to help to improve our relationships. Because let's face it, if we ever have a conflict in a relationship with somebody important in our life, it's usually because there are 2 different people with 2 different perspectives who are arguing over what the truth is. And when you're in that state, when you're trying to remember who is right and who is wrong, and when you're trying to, get to the bottom of something, like, you can be really tempted to double down on what you think you know or what you think you saw. So it becomes really important in those situations to remember that there is a third reality, a third objective truth that probably you will never be able to see, and neither will your partner for that matter. So remembering this, understanding this process can actually bring you a lot of relief. One of the things that I have found personally is that understanding this process can help me to figure out where I am filling the blanks in any one given situation. And so again, you guys, this happens without you even really noticing it, but it is you doing it. It is your brain filling in the gaps, okay? So for example, pretend that your partner is coming home late from work and you had created this amazing dinner for him or her, and you're excited for them to come home so you can show them what you made, and they are an hour and a half late and they didn't call you or anything. Maybe your brain is tempted to go to the place of, oh my goodness, this person is so inconsiderate. I can't believe they didn't call me. What are they doing? Maybe they're stepping out on me, etc., etc., etc. Your brain can rush to fill in the blanks. so fast. And then what happens is the person comes in the door, and you immediately are upset with them, and then they get on the defensive, and then instead of having a wonderful evening together, you have a fight. I think we've all experienced situations like that, right? So the next time you find yourself doing that, the next time you find yourself, your brain is doing this, like, it's a really important question to ask yourself. What about this situation do I actually know to be true? And if you continue to ask yourself this question as you go through your day, as you go through your relationships, you will be surprised at just how often your brain is filling in the blanks with something that you have no idea about whether it's really true or not, right? So why do we feel so tempted to believe these crazy lies, to believe these crazy stories, to look for the worst in any situation? And you might start to think, oh my goodness, that means I'm a bad person. There's something wrong with me. But actually, this whole tendency, again, it comes back to our biology. It comes back to our brain, and our brain doing what our brain does best. So at the end of the day, your brain's real job is not to, pick out the next playlist for your phone, or to record a cool video for YouTube, or to write something cool. It isn't any of that stuff. Your brain's real purpose is to keep you alive. So your brain is hardwired to look for problems. It is hardwired to look for danger in the world around you. So this translates into our brain telling us things about our world that it thinks are dangerous, like your partner betraying you possibly, which isn't really true, and you have absolutely no proof about that, right? But that is just your brain being a drama queen. That is your brain filling in the blank with an incredible fabricated tale that has nothing to do with reality, because your brain is looking at the situation and thinking there must be danger here. What is the danger here, and how can I protect myself from it? So it is looking for things, it is going to the worst case scenario because it thinks that it's protecting you. It thinks that if this person is really cheating on you, well, then you better have a fight and break up with them and then go live by yourself in a cave and never have this problem ever again, which is obviously not always the right answer. If you go through life like reacting like that and going to the worst place and constantly not being able to trust anyone and not being able to move through life without being able to look at the bright side or look at what's actually happening in a rational way, then you are going to end up paranoid and miserable, right? Because if you listen to that voice, that is the only thing that voice inside of you is going to tell you. And we all know, if you can take a step back, if you're not in the heat of the moment, take a deep breath, take a step back, you can see exactly how this plays out. You can see what your brain is doing, and you can see how your brain is trying to protect you. But when you're in the moment, that soundtrack, that voice, it is really, really very convincing. It really, really thinks it knows. It really, really thinks that it understands. It really, really thinks that it has all the information. So again, I have been asking myself this question as I go through my life in the last couple of weeks, and it really is illuminating, because it really goes to show just how much our brain will make up just to kind of make us feel like we know something, even though we don't know anything, right? So your brain makes up stories. Your brain will lie to you. Your brain will fill in the blanks with all kinds of crazy crap. And your brain will make you kind of act like a crazy person sometimes if you aren't careful and you don't understand what's happening. So the point of this video today is that I just wanted to help you guys to understand all of these different processes in your brain, so you can stop feeling like you are doing something wrong when this stuff happens to you. And so maybe that you can use the same question that I do. What part of the situation do I actually know to be true? And if you can keep coming back to that over and over and over again, you will start to see the patterns. You will start to see how much information your brain presents to you as fact that actually isn't fact at all. And that will help you to stay more cool, calm, and collected. It will help your relationships. It will help everybody stay out of the drama zone. And that is really where you want to be if you want to live your best, most happiest existence. So I know it can be really hard to move away from this idea that you are always right. But honestly, on the other side of that idea, there really is peace. There really is a chance for you to have a better relationship. There really is a chance for you to go through life without the crazy ups and downs that we can create for ourselves. So I really invite you to take this practice on. I really invite you to look at your thoughts as they're happening and to see where you can slow down and to come back to reality and to actually, listen to what people have to say to you, look at the actual facts and not jump to the worst case scenario all the time. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the vibe here, then I really welcome you to come on over to my website and sign up for updates. I will send you my free Magical AF audio download. It's like a free private little podcast just for my subscribers, and it's really meant to hype you up and to help you connect back with your own magical power. So if that sounds good to you, then come on over and sign up for updates and I'll send it out right away. If you guys like the video, then give it a like, and if you know someone that could use this message, pass this along to them. If you want to stick around and learn a little more, you can watch my most recent upload video, which is right here. And if you really like the vibe, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button right here. I would love to have you as part of my beautiful, shiny YouTube community. I'm so excited I finally crossed the 1,000 subscriber threshold. So thank you guys all so much for being here. I'll be back here soon in the next one. So until then, I'm wishing you a magical week. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.